In the last session, we drew the four walls. We actually experimented with the overall dimensions. We double-checked that the overall dimensions are correct. You may decide to keep it, or through fork pick each one of the dimensions and just get rid of them for now. Or you can just keep them. I would definitely keep these construction lines. If you like to keep the dimension lines as a reassurance, that's perfectly okay. Now what we like to do is add the punched windows. So let's take a look at what the punch windows look like. So punch window, punch window. What is a punch window? It's an opening within a solid wall. As we reviewed in manual drafting, after we're done with the four walls, we actually approach the construction of the punched openings. We typically measure from the corner of a known wall to the center of the punch window, and then we go half the dimension of the punch window on either side. If the window is 2 feet wide, we measure 3 feet 10 to the center. 2 feet divided by 2 is 1 foot, then we go 1 foot on either side. Let us do this punch window. All right. How would I approach that? For now, I'm going to either erase it or temporarily remove it. Watch how I elongated that construction line. I'm going to undo it. I pick it. I take the end, yank it straight, make sure I see the dash line, and that line is elongated. So I want to remember how much it was. It was 3 feet 10 from that corner. Offset, pick this line, 3 feet 10. I'm going to put 3 feet 10. In the offset area, pick the line. That's my center line. I want to suggest that's my center line and not have to deal with anything else. And I'm going to shorten it up a little bit more so it looks like a center line. That window over here was 2 feet. 2 feet divided by 2 is 1 foot. So I would offset 1 foot on either side. 1 foot to this side, 1 foot to that side. In order to understand that this is really the edge of my window, I shorten these two so that it feels like that's the center line. That's the center line. And in fact, these are the window openings. Now, my wall is drawn with this dark line. So I'm going to say annotate, detail line. I'm going to go down here and choose that line hierarchy, which is thick walls. And then I'm just simply going to go from here to here. Then I'm going to go from there to there. Then I can do multiple things. I can trim against these edges, or I can redraw. So I'm going to trim between this line and this line. I want to trim. So what I could do is essentially trim the line from here to here if I wish to. Okay. So I would like to keep this side. Notice that's not the way it's done. Revit is the opposite of AutoCAD. So if I go like this, I can just go like that. All right, so backtrack. So this time I'm going to use this one. I want this side and this side. Oops, I lost that. So one way to do it is to go back and annotate with that thick line here and here. Another way to do it is deal with the openings and all the construction line in one shot and dark line on top of it. It's a much faster process. But sometimes you get yourself lost, so it's kind of nice to do it one step at a time. So now I'm going to pull this line back and go back and remember how much was that setback. So what I like to do is go back here, remind myself, 6'4", the size of the window was 3 feet. I'm going to pick this one. To the center of the window is 6 feet 4 inches. 6 feet 4 inches. I wrote over here. I go here. That's the center line. I'm going to quickly shorten up this line so it looks like it's the center. Then the window was 3 feet, so I'm going to go 3 feet 6. Half of 3 feet is 3 feet 6 on either side. Here's this window. Here's this. Oops, no. The window was 3 feet. Nazi, get your act together. The window was 3 feet. So I go 1 foot 6 inches on either side, not 3 feet. 1 foot 6 to this side, 1 foot 6 to that side. It's so easy to make a mistake. But the beauty of Revit or anything in computer-aided drafting, you don't have to do as much erasing. So life is really, really good. And when you pull it, when it gets close, it gives you a dash line. It's easy to align. And this is done so that you know exactly what to do. Once again, you take your annotation, you go from here to here, then there to there, and so then you're going to trim between this line, so you're going to trim against this line, and you would like to have this, but I rather trim against this edge because that's a shorter line. This is an easier way for me to do it. Which is a catch-22. Your choice which line you would like to trim against. So now I have done the 2 punch windows. You may choose to do the glass lines, but I'll deal with that all in one shot. This, so far, we have done the punched windows, and let us give us dimensioning. So I measured from here to here, 3 feet 10. I measured from here to here, 6 foot 4. On either side, it was 1 foot 6, and I pick this one, pull it out, 1 foot 6, pull it out, 1 foot 6. Oops, there we go. And then again, go back to that measurement, here to here, and pull it out here. 1 foot to that side. If you like, you can pull it all the way out. And later on, I'll show you how you can change the scale and the size of the dimensions. So essentially, this is what we did with the punch windows. So this is how we drew the punch windows. See you for the next phase.